Hey guys, welcome back to Mutations for Dummies here on Ark Survival Evolved, and we have talked a little bit in this series about the official level cap on, or the maximum level cap on official servers, okay? Now, that official or maximum level cap is 450. So, as you're trying to get mutations, and for us it's with Rexes, right? As you're trying to do so, you're trying to add as much health and melee as you can. And the limit is 254 levels in each of health and melee. Unfortunately, this Rex that I have picked out is picking fights with everything in the world over here. So we're trying to keep it alive while I'm doing the intro here. But this is a level 18 Paleo Rex from the Paleo Ark mod, and we're gonna knock him out, and we need a really low level, okay? And this is a female, so that's actually perfect. So we're gonna try to knock it out. There we go, we got it knocked out, and then we're just gonna punch it down so that it doesn't, that's not my punch button, and then we're just gonna punch it down so it loses all of its efficiency. We want as little levels as possible. Right now we're going to get 9. And this is the lowest level Paleo Rex I could find on my server. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to punch it. Until we can get that down to essentially no percent. We would really, this is good. We got 0 points in weight, that's going to be helpful. 1 point in movement, it's going to be helpful. 1 in oxygen, that's going to be helpful. We got to get that 7 points. 7 points in stamina is too high, dang it. So it is at 22. Gonna get 1 level right now, so this would be a level 19. I would love to get that. I don't know if that'll go down to 0, but we're gonna find out. All right. I'm actually taking damage myself too, because you take damage when you punch. Gonna heal up a little bit. Alright, so we're just gonna leave this at the 1 level, and we're gonna tame this up. So we're gonna use the lowest food that I have available on me, which is, let me see, is it probably raw meat? It is, it's raw meat. So we're just gonna toss the raw meat on there. Because again, we don't want levels. Levels don't matter. We actually want the least amount as possible. Okay, we want as least amount as possible on the levels. Alright. And we're just going to throw out my bindi. And yeah, we will be right back once this girl is tamed up. Alright, so we are back. We just finished taming that Paleo Rex. We got 1 point from it. One point from taming effectiveness. And so it's got 3 points in health, 4 in melee, which those 2 don't matter, which is great. Those 2 don't matter. It's 7 out of the 19 points that don't matter. We got 7 in stam, 1 in oxygen, 2 in food, 0 in weight, 1 in movement. All very good. So that means we can breed in essentially 11 points into the other 2, 4, 5 categories. So 11 points, which is going to leave us 439 points. 439 levels for the other things, for health and melee. Okay, so we got those 2. And so we're going to bring this female Rex into our line, and yeah, that'll be the next step. All right, guys. So here, right here on the left, we have the female right here that we just tamed, and I also went ahead and tamed a male as well. And you can see they're both level 19, super low level. So at this point, you have a choice. If you really want to get the lowest of the low, then you can combine these two until you have the lowest stats of both combined, right? So like this one has 7 stam, this one has 2. So you could breed these two, mate these two, to get the lower of the 2 stats onto a baby. Essentially, get all of the 7 stats, the lowest ones, or 5 because health and melee don't matter, onto a baby. So if you really want to get every last level, that's what you can do, okay? Or you can just keep taming low-level Rexes until you can get them with 1 or no points, right? In each stat. But for me, I'm not going to be that big of a stickler. I'm just going to use the female we got that has 7 in stam, 1 in oxygen, 2 in food, 0 in weight, 1 in movement. And then the 4 and 3, the 4 in melee and the 3 in health don't matter. That's a female. Now here is my current breeder. You can see that this dino is level 385. Alright? 385, no levels added to it yet. Okay, I have not added any levels to this dino. I have not added any points anywhere. And currently, if I did, it would be a level 410. 420, sorry. 420. Hey, 420. But anyway, and if I did that and I was on official servers, that would mean that I would be literally 30 levels from being at the max cap for an official server. Now you see that I have 101 points in health and 105 points in melee, which is less than half of the cap for each stat, which is 254. But I can get this dino's levels down to half of what it is currently just by mating these two together. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to breed these two together until we get the high melee and the high health from the dad and the low everything else from the female. And we will do that. We will continuously, we will keep mating these two until we do that. We will also add any female eggs that we get to this to make it faster. Okay, so that's basically what we're going to do now, and I will come back once we have a baby with the high health, high melee, and the low everything else. Okie dokie, so here's what we've got after a full day of breeding the male and the female. Of course, the male that had all the high melee and the high health, and then we were trying to get all of the other stats to be lower, with the female, the level 19 that we tamed, which is right there still. So let me show you where we're at. These two right here, and then this one here have been added. So this is the new male, and you can see that the new male has the high health and the high melee, but it still has the weight as well from the original male breeder, okay? So we still need to get the weight off of this one. The 32 points in weight need to come off. And then this female here is another good one that we've pulled. Has the 101 in health and the 105 in melee. It has the low weight, but it has high movement speed. And then these two over here are just completely all low stats. All 7 of the stats are low, okay? So we're continuing to breed these two as well just for extra chances, but I don't expect that we're going to get our baby, our eventual baby out of these two. It's going to come from these two. So basically what we need to do now is we just need to get a baby that has all the combined stats of these two breeders, the male and the female, but we want the dad's movement speed and the mom's weight. Okay, that's where we're at. And I'm going to continue breeding all of these until we get to that point. All right, so here we are. We have our two Rexes that are ready to go. We have a male and a female, both the same level, 218. And you can see low stamina, low oxygen, low food, low weight, low movement speed, high health, high melee. So we have 206 levels in health and melee only out of the 218 on the Rex. Plus whatever levels that you can add to them after they are adult, obviously, right? So I think we can add like 60 plus levels to the dino as it levels up, as it gains XP and what have you. So essentially, if we can, let's say we can add 60 levels. I'm not sure what the actual max level is as far as XP goes. Maybe somebody out there can comment down below what it is. But let's estimate that it's 62. And that means we can add 62 levels to this, which would put us at 280, which means we still have 170 levels before the official server maximum level cap. That's a lot of levels you can still add to health and melee and still keep it under the 450. So yeah, basically what we would do now is we would just mate these two together and to get as many babies as we want. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you avoid the max level cap on official servers. I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did, please show it some love. These videos took a lot of work, time, and effort to put together. And if you'd like to see more like this, you can, of course, subscribe. And I will catch you down the road.